Hey guys, it's Oscar with Hobby News Plus, and today we are going to talk about 2022 Upper Deck Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. A really cool product that's set to come out on May 27th. So it's been delayed a couple of times, but the tentative release date is May 27th. And it's a really interesting product. At first I thought this was going to be what I would call like a lower level or an entry level product, but I did some research and did some looking around. The boxes are going for $250 in pre-sale. What's even more interesting than the boxes going for $250 in pre-sale is that the three main online distributors, DA Card World, Blowout Cards, and Steel City Collectibles, are all sold out. So I was able to find one listing, none on eBay, none on any of the major three distributors, and then I found one listing on a random website that, it looks legit, but I was just shocked that it's not available anywhere, even though it's going for $250 per box pre-sale. So a couple of things to cover is this product is actually based off of the movie that was released in 2018. Kind of weird timing, right? Coming out in 2022. Well, the sequel is actually coming out in 2022. And so this product kind of contains both of them. So the base set has 90 cards, and they all have this design that's basically screenshots of the movie or images from the movie. You can see right here it says that they're subject to change, but you get the basic idea. The base design has this kind of blue and red, kind of, I don't know, rainbow effect to it. And the inserts start off with, there's a bunch of different inserts. So you get a Peter Parker red card per pack, it's basically a base card parallel. You also get the Spider PI, which are 3 per box. And this is a 15 pack box, which I'll go over later. So basically these are coming 1 in 5 packs. The canvas parallels, which are very sought after, come 2 per case. Now, the cases are 16 boxes, but it's really 2 8-box half cases is how it breaks down. So you get a case of 16 boxes, you open that, and you really got 2 other boxes that have 8 boxes each. So the canvas cards will basically break down 1 per half case, and the same thing goes for the sketches, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. So this spectral spider version of the base card is pretty cool. It has like a web design going across the card, and I'll show you an example of that in just a second as we kind of go through the different inserts and designs and so on. So interesting detail about this set is that it has 2 different sticker sets, but they're only available in the hobby version. So that tells me they're going to print a lot. Obviously there's going to be hobby, there's going to be retail. The stickers were the only item that I saw were exclusive to hobby. I've looked at a couple of the designs. I'm not thrilled with them, so I'm kind of curious to see, or curious why that they would make these, one of the more premium or sought after or harder to get inserts. Like I said, it's in only the hobby boxes. So I'll show you a couple of the designs, but really interesting to see that their sticker set was hobby exclusive. There's another insert called My Story, and I'll show you some of the designs on that in just a moment. The Dimensions Collide are a very popular insert set. Well, let me take a step back. The Lenticular Cards. So Upper Deck is known for making these lenticular cards, and they kind of look like a hologram. Like when you move them, they kind of give you some action, but these are really, really, really well done. Upper Deck has kind of refined their process they've been making these over a decade, I believe. So when you flip the card, it'll give you that kind of static effect that you're seeing right there on the video. And they're really, really cool. So the lenticular cards come 1 per box, and this will definitely be one of the most sought after insert sets. Now, these 2 are really, really cool. This is basically the In the Vault memorabilia subset or insert. And so what these are is, it's kind of hard to tell if you haven't been collecting these types of cards in the past, but the S is actually like a patch. It's like a stitched out patch like you would have on a shirt or something. And the same thing goes for the mask. So these are going to look really, really cool in person. You can see that the letter patches are numbered to 125, and it should spell out their name. So for example, this is a S for Spider-Man, I assume. So SPIDERMAN should all be part of this set, and they'll all be numbered to 125, as you can see there. Now the mask version is going to be really cool. I think this is going to be one of the more desirable inserts in the entire product. So again, that's going to be like a patch. It's basically going to come off the card, and it's going to be stitched. So this is going to be a real desirable insert set, whether it's Peter Parker, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, whatever the case might be. So those would be well sought after. Now the autographs this is hit or miss for me, guys, and I'm real curious to hear your opinion because I want to know. Okay, so This is a Doc Ock autograph of Kathryn Hahn, or Kathryn Hahn autograph of Doc Ock. You get what I'm saying? So I love Marvel. I love the movies. I love the whatever. I love Marvel. I'll give you an example. So like Robert Downey Jr. is one of my favorite, basically actors, and then I also love Iron Man. I don't want a Robert Downey Jr. autograph as Iron Man. I'd love a Robert Downey Jr. autograph, love it, but I don't want an Iron Man card with a Robert Downey Jr. autograph on it. Tell me what you think. Am I the only one? Does this bug you as well? So just to be clear, I don't collect these types of cards personally, but this will be one of the biggest hits in the entire product. There's single autographs, there's dual autographs, and then there's triple autographs. And like I said, Nicolas Cage, Shameik Moore, Zoe Kravitz, Jake Johnson, there's some really big names as far as actors that were in the set. So are they going to put all of the Spider-Man versions or all of the Peter Parkers on one card? Because that will probably sell for some pretty good money. So that is the autographs. There's, again, single, there's dual, and there's triple. And they'll be released. The checklist will come out once the product is released. So I wish I could tell you a little bit more. But definitely one of the more sought-after inserts in the whole set. Now, sketches, which we don't have any examples of, but if you know Marvel, if you have been collecting Marvel for any amount of time, sketches are pretty much the number one most sought after card in most products. If they're not number one, they're number 2 or 3. The sketch cards, just like the canvas cards, if you remember earlier, those are going to come 2 per case as well. So if you remember the breakdown, one case is 16 boxes, which is basically 2 8-box cases. Each 8-box case will have a sketch and a canvas card. And just a quick side note, guys, if you are newer to collecting or if you're unaware, products like this that have case hits, and in this specific situation, there's actually 3 different case hits for this product. So the 2 of them we've already talked about. There is the sketch card, which you know that comes 2 per case. There's the canvas card that comes 2 per case, but there's also a gold numbered memorabilia card. So these in the vault cards, they come in a gold version that's numbered. The problem is that when you have 2 sketch cards per case, that means 1 per 8 boxes. 2 canvas cards per 8 box case, that means 1 per 8 box case. There are unscrupulous, let's call them dealers, sellers, collectors, whatever, who will buy a case, say an 8-box case or even a 16-box case. They will break as many boxes as they can to get the canvas cards, specifically the sketch cards, and then they'll sell the rest of the boxes online. So be careful. If you're planning on buying this and you're hoping to get a sketch or a canvas card or something like that, if you can afford a sealed half case, go that route. If you can't, my advice would be to go to somebody who has either a larger amount of cases or a larger amount of boxes, basically a larger distributor. They're much less likely, not 100% unheard of, but much less unlikely to search a product like this and take out the sketches or take out the canvas cards or take out the autographs. So keep that in mind. Single box purchases online from sellers who maybe have low feedback or only have 3 or 4 boxes or 2 or 3. Just be careful. A lot of times those boxes have already been let's call them semi-searched. Just a quick tip if you're unaware of that situation. Moving on, let's talk about the breakdown. So really interesting breakdown. Like I said earlier, the cards come 7 cards per pack, but 15 packs per box, which is new to me. I think maybe Flair, Upper Deck Flair had 15 packs per box. But anyway, so 15 packs per box. There's 16 boxes per case and 2 8-box inner cases. So again, it's really 2 half cases. It's the 16-box case is just 2 boxes with 8 boxes in them each. So don't believe what you read here. Obviously, it's not coming out on March 2nd. It was pushed back to May 27th. So it's still about a month and a half from this video as far as it being released. Now, what to expect per box. You got 1 Dimensions Collide Lenticular. That's, again, the card that kind of moves with the light. You have 4 My Story Rainbow foil boards. 5 stickers, which I don't know. I just don't know. And then you got the Spider PI parallels. And then, of course, the Peter Parker red parallels, which come 1 per pack. So that's the breakdown of the product, the packs, the base set, and so on. Couple of things on whether you should buy or whether you should skip this product, right? This is just my opinion. It's only my 2 cents. So you should buy this product if you love Spider-Man, if you love the Spider-Verse, if you love the movies, if you're basically just a diehard Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Miles Morales, this is going to be basically a dream product for you. Every card is based off the movies and Spider-Man or Peter Parker. The flip side of that is there's no Wolverine, there's no Black Panther, there's no Iron Man. As far as I know, the entire product is based around Spider-Man and the different versions. So that's one reason not to buy it, is if you're not a huge Spider-Man fan. Positive and a negative, and this is a really weird one to me, guys. I don't recall a product that's a month and a half out that is already sold out on Blowout, on DA Card World, on Steel City Collectibles. So this is either really, really limited or in really high demand. So that's, again, a good reason to buy or a good reason not to. We'll see once it comes out, will the price drop? But most Marvel products that have come out recently, they've either held their value really well or they've crept up either slow or fast. A lot of products are just going through the roof. So that basically wraps up this portion. I wanted to show you a couple of other pictures, basically close up, so you know that this is the base card here. Interesting design. I'm not a fan of the red and blue, but that's just my 2 cents. This is the, I believe, the PI, the webbed version. So this is the one that's going to come 3 or 4 per box. Really cool. I wonder if this is like a foil background or something. So I'm real curious to see what that looks like in person. This is the It's proprietary insert set with the web version. So I believe this is going to be a parallel of the It's proprietary base set. So the regular base set would just look like this without that web version in the back. This is the My Story parallel, and then of course the foil version. I hope you can make that out there. You see the diamonds, so that's going to be like a foil card. When you move it, it should refract a little bit of light. Really cool looking card there with the coffee. That's great. All right, these are the Dimensions Collide, the lenticular, right? So you know that's basically going to go back and forth when you move it. Beautiful card in person. The Amazing Stickers is what this subset is called. I don't know much more about them, but I'm real curious to see how they do. And then this is the other sticker subset, Everything's Relative. And again, they both come exclusively in the hobby boxes. So there'll be a retail product as well, and these won't be in them. Into the Spider-Verse, I believe this is a base card. I could be wrong. I didn't see an insert just called Into the Spider-Verse, so I believe this is just a base card. You've already seen this autograph here, and then there's one more. This is the Kimiko Glenn autograph. I love that character, the eyes. It's pretty cool. And that basically does it, guys. So remember, this is coming out May 27th. It's roughly $250 a box right now. And as a collectible investment, whatever you want to call it, if I'm rating this on a 5-star scale, I give it about 3.5 stars. It's going to be desirable because it's Spider-Man. You may not know this, but Spider-Man is the #1 most searched Marvel character or superhero character in the world. So there's going to be demand. People are going to want them. And the autographs, the dual and triple autographs, are going to sell for some pretty big bucks. So I think it's going to be a somewhat desirable set. I don't see this doing like a Marvel Masterpieces or something like that where it's just going to keep going up in value. But there will be a fan base for it. There will be collectors for it. And as you can tell, it's already sold out. So what the heck do I know? Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe. We do at least 2 or 3 preview videos every single week, and your support is really appreciated. Thank you, guys.